Asked if I'd read this. I wrote this back in 1997 in this book here, Lasting Impressions. And I'm going to read it because people want the whole thing. Bleakness, cold, the openness, the cold wind dancing in the air by the door, in the sad whistle of lonesome train, my present home. Old boxcar, hauling wheat to the north bleak, in oblique skies that I see as I freeze, staying warm only by drinking that last of the wine that she gave me before I left for whatever. The wine that she drank with the boys and all the gals, and I guess I'm alone here, alone, just the way that I work best. But I hate the idea of being alone, alone in a boxcar with my harmonica to play for myself, and there is no one to criticize how bad that really is, because it can get away awfully lonesome when you don't even find a need to play a song. And it gets awfully bad when there's no song on your brain and striking up a match and striking up a ride of the old hurdy-gurdy song of life, the song that kind of sends pain through your spine. And I look in shock to see that I have very little mind wine left. I'm down a quarter bottle, and I learned from old wino that it is the cold that gets you eventually. And I'm burning old poems to keep warm. And that old train lets loose an old sad whistle. I could cry. Hell, even gypsies travel in pairs, but I'm the lonesome traveler, a lonesomer so alone, some tears shed and gone, the one and only king of the boxcar, the one and only hitchhiker down the road, that road of dreams, my nightmares all round me, until I sobered up on that many lady dreams, pick a dream, and they all use 'em. And if I hear that whistle in the one cold one more time, and I'll break up or just die. I'll die. And the lady where they let the ladies forget their dreams, sad and cold and sad world for poet. I think I'll just lay down and cry and cover up myself with a newspaper. I should have shaved my beard to fit their confining norms, just to look at the words on the wall. I see my friends that I left behind some distant far from mine sphere, and I think of them. Do they think of me in the cold? Or are they just warm somewhere while I freeze to death out here, and I guess I'm alone again? My mind, lonely, hazes off to that bug far off, undivided friendship. The stuff that dreams are made of, and I can see in my mind my friend old buddy Leroy. Leroy's working at the peanut stand. He's selling indoors to rich folks. He understands them well. He gives them a paper bag full of fresh roasted peanuts, a slice of heaven cooked through hell. He tells me about his sweet woman, tells me I'm just an old man and the dreams are a lie. He's warm and freezing, and some lady will understand this next line, and he kisses the ladies that he meets at his stand, and they both leave each other, and he'll find her love bitter. He's cold, but I'm freezing. I've no reprimand. None but my romance is with the great mysteries of the open roads. My romance is with a lady without a name. And then I see old Pat sitting there in the hardware store again. He's reading some of my prose poems. He's telling me just how glad he is to see a friend. And I know deep down he's an angel, and he's one extraordinary person. Now he is sitting in Maverato with the ladies handing him margaritas and basking in the old warm Mexican sands. And I know that if he knew how cold it is on a boxcar bound wherever, he's sure to throw me a passport or rope or go. But he's warm and I'm freezing out here. I still like to read him my song. There's so many words, so many sad songs. If he send me, I'd tell him a few. Then there's old Tex, the old cowboy songman. His camp sits empty alone. Erie's fine doing without us. He's off playing his song. He's off on a tour in the wide open country. He's living off one nighter stands, and he's like a hero or something like that. I hope the Lord's keeping him warm. Then my mind drifts further still off a binge. I see my friend Tessa making a mess of some boring old town. She's already painted it yellow, canary yellow, like in my song. Yeah, and she's some sweet French coffee house cappuccino in hand, and she's warm, smiling. She's thinking and sighing. I dream those shades in her eyes, and I miss her also. Why would I not do so? Hell, she's a reason to believe Believe in her madness, you'll find some great proverbs in there. And I know someday on us, of us, there'll be a famous, we write in different ways. I'll save and buy tickets to one of her gigs. And it just ain't beautiful to think of any warm coffee house, Mexico, or any old peanut stand when you're out in the cold alone. And it is even worse when you look in the mirror and see that you, like the devil, but there is always some comfort in friendship. And I really don't mind the cold, just so long as my soul is warm. And a friend is on my mind, so I guess I'm alone here again to hear that train whistle. When I reach nowhere, I'll drop them a line or somewhere closer down the line.